Hey guys, welcome to another shoulder training session. As you might know by now, I think shoulders are very important and they are also aesthetically very pleasing, so they are very important for a well-developed physique. And that's why I think we should really focus more on developing strong and beautiful shoulders when it comes to becoming better in upper body movements, in upper body lifts. Now, of course, shoulders are not really that important when it comes to lower body movements, but when you are, of course, performing a squat, a normal barbell squat, and you have strong and well-developed shoulders you can put the bar on, then it's obviously a bit more comfortable for you to perform the lift. So there are only benefits from having well-developed and strong shoulders, but actually it's a bit of an absurd situation most lifters are in, because the side head of the shoulders is actually the largest of the three heads, but it's the less worked on head because it's always used in every movement, whether it's pushing to the front, pushing above your head, or pulling to yourself, or pulling above your head. It's always used, but it's never really isolated in any of those movements. So therefore you can see that most of the lifters have well-developed front delts and rear delts, but not so much when it comes to the side delts. And that's really strange, because as I said, you're always using it in every movement that you perform when you're training your upper body, but it's never really isolated. And the only real movements you can perform to isolate the side head of your shoulders is, of course, the side lateral raise and the upright row, in whatever fashion you're performing this lift. So we're going to go with the side laterals today, and we're going to do something, well, between powerlifting and bodybuilding actually. So let's call it the power building exercise. We're going to use, of course, regular adjustable dumbbells. And we're going to perform the side laterals, as I said, but with a heavier weight. And that means that I'm going to use a little bit of momentum. It's not really fully isolating like I would do with lesser weight, but it's helping me breaking those plateaus, which is important to gain strength. So without further ado, let's start with side laterals and those adjustable dumbbells. By the way, those are now 14 kg on each side, so it's extremely heavy for performing side laterals, well, for a set of 10 or something like that. But I'm already warmed up, and that's the way to go, okay? So, of course, in the beginning, there's more isolating and less use of momentum. But as you fatigue, you're using more and more momentum, which is fine because you're using a heavier load. The only thing that is not good, in my opinion, is using low weight and a lot of momentum, because that doesn't give you anything. But if you were going to do it like that, it's perfectly fine. So that was one set of 10, a short break, and let's go with the second one. Of course, if you're going by a time under tension training principle, you obviously have to lower the weight, but for breaking those plateaus and gaining more maximum strength, this is a very good method, I would say, because I could go for on and on and on and do it with, let's say, 8 kg or 7 kg or even 10 kg and not use any sort of momentum, but I only came this far using this method. And there are obviously no gains past that point. So that is why I'm going to show you this principle, which helped me break a plateau, which is going to help me break the second plateau that is in front of me now. Because I want to come to a point one day where I can do this exercise with 20 kg, but this will take some time now, because once you reach a plateau and then a second one, it obviously takes more and more time to advance. And I can already feel it here in my side deltoids, so I feel the pump, which is nice. Also by the look of the mirror, I can see the pump. So that's the way to go. That's how you train your side deltoids the best way. With, of course, the addition of upright rows. Now you have to be a bit careful with upright rows, so that you don't do the movement too fast and that you don't pull up too high. But unfortunately, as with everything in life, everything comes with a risk. So if you want to become stronger in your side deltoids, and if you also want to develop them so that they look more aesthetically pleasing, you have to take this risk. There is really no other exercise, whether you do the upright row with the cable or with the normal barbell. It's all up to you, but there's no other exercise that, especially no other compound exercise, that really targets the side deltoids like this here, right? So just for you to know. And the side laterals are obviously not a problem at all, but they do not always have the most effect, especially because once you reach the point where isolating the muscle and keeping it longer under tension becomes more and more difficult with increasing the weight, therefore you have to try something new. So let me just show you another set, and then I think you know what I'm talking about. So that is now a training session that must go on for at least half an hour or 45 minutes even to have the most and profound effect, but it's really worth it, and I highly recommend that you try it out for yourself, guys. So see you the next time.